in the heart of Southampton's red light district. Scores of police sealed off Derby Road for several hours after a man barricaded himself into a house holding a young woman hostage with a machete. He said he'd consider ending the siege if he was allowed to talk to Coast to Coast. Christopher Peacock was there and sends this report.
The siege began shortly after 11 o'clock this morning. A police officer had gone to 139 Derby Road to make an arrest. An argument broke out and the policeman was forced to withdraw. Derby Road was sealed off as the police surrounded the house. An Indian, Amar Singh, had barricaded himself inside. He was armed with a machete and was said to be holding his sister hostage. For 3 hours, the police attempted to talk to him through an open window. Several times, the man became so agitated he broke off talking and withdrew behind closed curtains. Friends of the family were questioned, and his mother was led away by the police. The ordeal had proved too much for her. But no attempt was made to ambush the house because the police had judged that overreaction might trigger the man's temper. Uppermost in their minds was the fact that he was armed and his sister was in the house with him.
He's shown an array of 2 knives. But they weren't held in a threatening manner. Rather.
That's the man in question who's shouting from the window at the moment.
That sounded like him. I didn't see his face.
Have you been talking to him?
Yes, I've spoken to him.
How would you describe his mood?
Up and down, mostly calm, but slow. You know, occasionally he does get a little bit upset.
The breakthrough came when the man allowed a detective inspector and a community relations officer into the house. Police reinforcements were brought in. One of the conditions for ending the siege was made by Mr. Singh himself. He wanted to talk to Coast about the incident. He claimed he'd been wrongly accused of theft, alleging another man was responsible.
Now, the thing is, I made a complaint to the police, right, about him, the same bloke, right, getting another bloke to write Packy on there, right? I got a letter, right? You can't come in, I can't show you from here, right? Right? I got a letter which was posted through Saturday right? And he picked it up. I didn't pick it up, right? And it says, look, I'll read you the words. Something I don't want to read on there, right? Yeah. It says Packy, gonna get your windows broken and sprayed, right? And it says Packy at the top. I said that to the policeman. They didn't want to do nothing. They just laughed at me. I had Packy sprayed. They didn't want to do nothing, right?
Yeah, they didn't want to go around and look at it.
That copper, right, came into my house. I invited him into my house. My sister woke me up. I was in bed. Right, she woke me up, right? I said to him, right, you can come in. If my mum wouldn't let him in, I'd let him in. He wanted to arrest me for doing something I never done, right? That's what it started all about, right? So I told him to get out.
Mr. Singh then went on to talk about the incident involving the police arrest.
Look, I threatened 2 coppers, right? Coming into my property, right? Now 2 more coppers went into my back garden, tried setting me up to get me, right? One shut the window when I went out to confront them to get them out of my garden, right? Eventually they went out and they let me back here again, right? That's all I've got to say.
At a press conference later at Portswood Police Station, Detective Inspector John Lawton paid tribute to Donald John, the community relations officer who helped him.